Dismissive avoidant. Make lifelong bonding with this sort of partner? When we talk about dismissive avoidance, one thing becomes very clear. Commitment doesn't come easily for them. They are wired to value independence, to protect their sense of control, and to avoid emotional dependency at all costs. But here's the surprising truth. Dismissive avoidants are capable of lifelong bonds. Yes, even the ones who seem cold, detached, or uninterested in emotional depth can form lasting connections. The key lies in the type of partner they choose. They won't bond with just anyone, but when they find a certain type of partner who creates the perfect balance between closeness and space, they form bonds that can last a lifetime. Today, we're going to break down exactly what sort of partner makes a dismissive avoidant stay, commit, and never let go. The first quality of a partner who creates lifelong bonding with a dismissive avoidant is emotional self-sufficiency. Dismissive avoidants feel suffocated when someone constantly seeks reassurance, attention, or validation from them. It's not that they don't want love, they do, but they fear being consumed by it. That's why they are naturally drawn to partners who have their own lives, passions, and emotional balance. A partner who doesn't collapse into them, who doesn't depend on them for happiness, instantly becomes safe. To a dismissive avoidant, this kind of partner represents freedom, not pressure. And when they see that you can thrive with or without them, they respect you more, which is the first step toward deep bonding. The second type of quality is patience with their emotional rhythm. Dismissive avoidants take longer to open up and show vulnerability. They don't process emotions the same way others do. Instead, they retreat into logic and independence. A partner who understands this, who doesn't rush them, and who lets intimacy build slowly, becomes incredibly valuable in their eyes. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about knowing that consistency and calmness over time are what break down their walls. When a dismissive avoidant realizes that you won't abandon them, when they pull away briefly, they start to test less and trust more. And once they trust, the bond grows roots. Another quality that makes a dismissive avoidant bond for life is respect for personal space. Unlike anxious partners who crave constant closeness, dismissive avoidants thrive when they know their independence won't be stolen. A partner who enjoys their own solitude, hobbies, and self-growth creates a healthy balance. This doesn't mean avoiding intimacy. It means showing the avoidant that intimacy doesn't equal imprisonment. When they see that you don't take their space personally, they relax. Over time, that relaxation evolves into commitment. And here's the irony. Once they know their freedom is safe with you, they start voluntarily choosing closeness because it no longer feels like a threat. The next quality is emotional strength. Dismissive avoidants fear partners who crumble at the first sign of emotional tension. They need someone who can handle conflict with calmness, who can express needs without drama, and who doesn't rely on manipulation or guilt. This kind of strength reassures them that being in a relationship doesn't mean endless chaos. If you can bring steadiness to the storm, if you can express yourself clearly without losing composure, they begin to see you as rare. To them, emotional strength is the ultimate proof that you are safe to love. And once they feel safe, they begin to let their guard down in ways they don't with anyone else. Another crucial quality is independence paired with loyalty. Dismissive avoidants don't want a partner who disappears at the first challenge, but they also don't want someone who clings to them desperately. The ideal partner shows that they can walk alone if needed, but they choose to stay. This creates a magnetic pull for an avoidant. They admire people who are whole within themselves, yet committed by choice. To them, that combination of independence and loyalty is the ultimate green flag. It tells them, this person won't trap me, and they also won't abandon me. And that's when they stop running and start holding on. Let's also talk about mystery and growth. Dismissive avoidants don't want relationships that feel stagnant. They're drawn to partners who keep evolving, who remain curious, and who bring new energy into the bond. When you keep growing, whether in your career, hobbies, or self-discovery, you become endlessly fascinating to them. That fascination makes the relationship feel alive, and avoidants thrive in relationships that don't feel repetitive or suffocating. The partner who brings curiosity, excitement, and growth into their lives is the partner they want to keep for life. The kind of partner who makes a dismissive avoidant bond forever also has strong boundaries. Avoidants don't respect people who allow themselves to be walked over. They might test you with distance, withdrawal, or dismissive behavior, but deep down, they admire a partner who won't tolerate disrespect. When you calmly but firmly enforce your limits, you show them you value yourself. This flips the dynamic. They begin to value you more because you've proven that you won't let them control the relationship completely. Boundaries actually create security for an avoidant because they show that love doesn't mean losing individuality. Another factor is playfulness. Many dismissive avoidants grew up in environments where love felt conditional, heavy, or demanding. That's why they're deeply drawn to partners who can bring lightness and fun into the relationship. A partner who laughs easily, who doesn't make everything a battle, and who can turn tension into humor makes them feel safe. Playfulness disarms their defenses. It reminds them that love can be joy, not just obligation. And this feeling, joy without pressure, creates memories they don't want to lose. The final and perhaps most important type of partner that makes a dismissive avoidant bond for life is someone who shows love without control. Avoidants often equate love with loss of freedom, but when they meet a partner who loves them deeply, without trying to change or fix them, something shifts inside them. They realize that love doesn't have to be suffocating. It can be supportive, liberating, and safe. This realization creates the deepest bond of all because it rewrites their entire belief system about relationships. That's when they stop seeing commitment as a trap and start seeing it as a choice they want to make every day. So can a dismissive avoidant make lifelong bonding with someone? Absolutely, but not with just anyone. They bond for life with the kind of partner who brings independence, patience, strength, and warmth all at once. They bond with someone who understands their fears without feeding them, who respects their space without disconnecting, and who can offer love without losing themselves. With that sort of partner, dismissive avoidants don't just stay, they attach deeply, silently, and permanently. And once they make that choice, they can be fiercely loyal. Here's the takeaway. You can't force a dismissive avoidant to commit, but you can inspire it by becoming the type of partner they don't want to lose. Not by begging, not by chasing, and not by proving your worth, but by living in a way that shows them that love with you is not the end of freedom, but the beginning of it. That's how lifelong bonding happens. And there you have it, the truth about how dismissive avoidance can form bonds that last a lifetime. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more deep insights into relationships and psychology. Remember, love isn't about chasing or forcing. It's about creating safety, freedom, and trust. That's the kind of bond that lasts forever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.